Welcome to Talk Birdie-Tome. This is Australia's most popular golf podcast, with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn, the only player to beat Tiger Woods twice in match play, and tour pro Mark Allen, who played professional golf around the world for 15 years, including a British Open. We're coming from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist is the #1 ball in golf, and FootJoy is the #1 shoe and glove in golf. And thanks to our great partners, Watch My Numbers, the most powerful database golf app in the world. Download from the App Store or Google Play. Ping, as with Nick O'Hearn, will help you play your best. See your local golf shop or professional for a Ping Club fitting. The Golf Clearance Outlet beat everyone's prices. Visit golfclearanceoutlet.com.au for your nearest store. And Betr, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Now that's better. Now, from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, it's time for Talk Birdie-Tome. Here's Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen.
And the dream comes true in Evian for Grace Kim. She wins the Amundi Evian Championship with a miraculous finish. Eagle, birdie, eagle at the 18th.
My God, back-to-back majors for the girls from Australia. Nick, I don't know about you. I don't know how you saw what happened. I don't know whether you stayed up or what you did. But when I got up early in the morning and had a quick look around at all the scores, I was fully expecting to see Minjee Lee or maybe even Gabby Ruffles.
I know.
Had
Starting
done well.
the day. Yeah.
And then I kept on going, and Grace Kim has come from the clouds. The way she finished, have you seen anything like that before?
I have, and I'm going to base my top 5 off that sort of a finish, the best finishes in majors.
To win a major.
To win a major.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that's right up there. It's close to being #1 out of my top 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, but amazing final putt we just saw. I got to admit, after the 12th hole, I thought she was done. She makes double on 12, I think it was. She birdied 9 and 10, makes double on 12, and now she's 4 or 5 shots back.
Did you go to sleep or did you stay up and watch?
I went to sleep when Lottie Wode was playing the 18th.
Yeah.
Like she hooked it in the trees. Because I was kind of flicking back and forth thinking, hang on, when was the last time an amateur won a major? And as it turns out on the women's side, it was 1967.
When's on for the men?
1933 or something like that. John Goodman or someone like that.
John Goodman.
I don't know. Bobby Jones was just before that, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
But it's been forever since an amateur had won, and that was all the talk of, the coverage and everything like that. The girl who I thought was probably going to win was Gino Tidical. She was playing beautiful golf.
And a superstar of the game.
Yeah, and she's playing alongside Grace, but then Grace, all of a sudden, what did she make? Birdie on 15, birdie 16, hit 2 classy shots in there. And then on 18, everyone's thinking, well, Gino's got it. The only person that can catch her is Grace. She's probably not going to equal the last. And all of a sudden, Grace hits the shot of a lifetime, basically, to a foot with that 4 hybrid. And as it turned out, apparently she hit 3 4 hybrids in a row.
Did she?
She hit it on the 72nd hole and then the first playoff hole, which...
Well, let's talk about the playoff hole is ridiculous.
Wow. I mean, that was obviously not her best 4 hybrid because she blocks it straight right in the water.
Yeah.
But then the chip shot, I mean, come on.
I think the commentator said magical, whatever it was.
It went in a good speed
was accurate
too. It wasn't going, it was going 2 or 3 foot past at the most.
Yeah, I saw the way she chips. I'm actually doing my masterclass at the end of the program about the way that she chips. I saw something that, it just resonated with me, and I see a lot of people doing it. To hit a shot in the water in a playoff.
Yeah.
And I know she's friendly with Tidical. They're actually quite good friends. So, to be playing with her all day, to get on that first tee of the first hole of the playoff, it would be as comfortable as you could ever be in that situation, even if it's a major. I still think it's the richest prize in women's golf. I hope I'm right. It may be the US Open's gazumped them recently, but it used to be. That's why it ended up getting major status.
Chevron might be, I don't know. But funnily enough, walking off the 72nd tee, they were both having a chat.
Yeah.
Grace is having a sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, Tidical was probably thinking, well, I got this in the bag.
Got it. Yeah, no doubt.
And then 15 minutes later, it's like, hang on, what's going on here?
So, to make a good swing on the first playoff hole, well done. And then, it must have been just a complete neck. The one that she hit in the water, I mean, it bounced before.
Ball below the feet, awkward lie.
Yeah.
So,
bounced before the bridge.
Yeah.
just to re-zone yourself and get back in motion and then hit a beautiful chip. I mean, we all know it's a little bit of luck. We all know that. But you've still got to hit a rip-roaring shot to get it close enough to where you can use a bit of luck.
And she wasn't out of it because you think, well, if you get this up and down, she's probably thinking 5, not 4.
Yep.
Get it up and down, make Titical
Yep.
get it up and down for the win because she wasn't in a good spot.
Yeah,
she was not in a good spot, and then she ended up holding a good 7 or 8 foot putt herself to keep the playoff going. So you talk about the roller coaster of emotion she must have been feeling, because really Gino coming down the stretch, number 2 player in the world. If she wins, she goes to number 1 in the world. By the way, she goes past quarter.
Yeah,
she hit some amazing iron shots, but couldn't get the putts to fall.
Yeah,
she ended up birdieing 17 to take the 2-shot lead, and then thought it was game over. But no, Grace Kim, and then when she.
Well, what about Grace on 17?
17?
Great. Grace.
What a 2-putt that was.
The 2-putt was incredible. I think that, obviously the 2-putt ended up being as important as the other one. If you haven't seen the highlights, we're going to play the highlights after the show.
I think we should.
Yeah, we've got it.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen them.
Yeah.
It's like a 3 or 4 minute highlight reel.
It's about 3.5 minutes long, but it's really good.
Yeah. Okay, so the putt on 17 is her second putt, and it's a tricky one.
One of those little
wobbler.
sliders.
Yeah, a little wobble, a little left to right wobbler. And she wobbled, or maybe went straight in the hole. Who knows? But that was just as important. But she played 20 holes of golf for the day, the final round of a major, and she made 3 eagles in those 20 holes. Yeah. Now, I don't think that would have ever been done before in golf. I mean, obviously, not many people played 20 holes on the final day of a major, all right? Most people just play 18, unless you're in a playoff. So that rules out 99.9% of people ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Don't tell me it's going to be a fire alarm. Hang on.
Oh, it's a test of the emergency warning system.
Oh, well, we're right in the middle of it.
Oh, there you
Do
go.
we have to leave?
Oh, well,
I was making a really good point too, Dan.
You're making a good point.
I was making a really
I was
good
going to
point.
say, I don't think anyone's had 3 eagles.
I think we're about to go to ears
that's
blasted, by the way. Oh, there we go.
There he goes.
Are we safe now?
Oh, that was just one beep. Oh, hang on.
2.
There's another one.
It could keep
Go on,
coming.
give us one more. Three beeps for 3 eagles.
Oh, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done.
We are. Yeah,
Right,
so-
I think we're done. So my point is, I don't think anyone in the history of golf has made 3 eagles on day 4 to win a major.
Yeah, you're probably right. Have to
I
look
think
up
she
the
set a
stats on that
record.
one. Yeah, I know.
We set records every week. Every single week we seem to have a first.
And when you think about it, the last 3 holes she played, 18,
Eagle,
first playoff hole birdie,
birdie.
second playoff hole eagle. 5
Eagle.
under in 3 holes.
Yeah, that's
and she
right.
had 2 putts for those 3 holes.
I mean, honestly,
Uh.
the finish is off the charts.
I think she was more surprised than anyone, actually. When that last putt went in, she's kind of, the way she reacted, it was like,
It was beautiful.
did that just happen?
Yeah.
Did that really just happen? Because she actually wears her heart on her sleeve a little bit. Like when she was walking to a ball after she hit it in the water, you could see, she was slumped. She was going, oh, gosh, this is over. But all of a sudden, regrouped well, chips it in. So she's very up and down in that sense, and you don't see that a lot with a lot of the players out there. So you always know what she's thinking because she's wearing it on a sleeve, basically.
So when you and I first started commentating together and we were watching her develop as a player here in Australia, we've got to give a hell of a lot of credit to the PGA of Australia and also Golf Australia for these tournaments through our summer that put the boys and the girls together. They've got cameras running around all over the place.
Absolutely.
Because without that experience, there's no way you can rookie
No.
in 2023 have not a bad year. Keep your card in 2024 and then start winning majors in 2025. So the experience of those TV events, and remember when she turned up, she had a game face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you start talking about game faces in professional golf. I put Greg Norman's game face right up there. I put Raymond Floyd's game face right up there. Grace Kim was just this little amateur girl from Sydney playing amongst professionals.
Yep.
The way she carried herself, I reckon we were both saying, have a look at this.
I know.
Look at the way she is holding herself on TV amongst some really good players. I mean, you and I, we saw it coming, I reckon.
Yeah, no, they've done an amazing job through those WebEx Players Series, the WPGA with Karen Lunn as well. Yep. I saw her being interviewed afterwards on one of the news stations, and they train these. Well, when I say they train, they're amongst players, amongst their peers. Like if you saw the celebration afterwards, you had Minjee and Hannah were the first two players there, bottles of champagne all over. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Steph Kyriakou was there and a few of the other Aussies as well. Yeah. And you could just see that they were so happy for her, because I remember, I think it was Grace Kim when Hannah Green won her PGA Championship. Guess what? Grace Kim was right there with the bottle of champagne, and she was probably still an amateur at the time when that happened.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
It all comes full circle. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Just a quick word on Gabby Ruffles. You know, we're talking about Grace Kim. By the way, Gabby Ruffles is as raw as well in professional golf, and for her to find herself in a final group on Sunday with Minjee Lee, who's won the last major.
Incredible. Yeah. And Minjee sort of didn't backdoor the tied for third, or was she equaled the last, obviously. But Minjee played great all day. She just didn't hit it close enough. She kept leaving herself 20, 30 footers for birdie, and it's so hard to make those putts. But she played really good golf as well.
One of my favourite things about Gabby Ruffles' development is that because of her parents, she was a tennis player. She was a top 5 tennis player, junior tennis player in this country, and travelled internationally, did all that sort of stuff. Then she started playing golf. And her first round of golf, there's some video footage of her out there playing her first round. The swing looks remarkable for a first round. But my favourite ever story of this young lady is that her first ever tournament that she played, she shot 75 off the stick at Victoria as a 15-year-old.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, come on.
That's impressive.
You're a tennis player, you're a tennis player, your brother's playing golf and he's not bad at it. You have a hit with Dad's clubs, I think. They've got the video footage of her playing her first round, and, she's just a complete natural. But even then, to turn up at a tournament and you've got a scorecard and a pencil in your back pocket for the first time, where people are going to look at your score. The shoot 75 at Victoria Golf Club.
Impressive.
So come on, I mean, where she ended up? Stanford. She went to Stanford Tigers College, and she horseshoed a putt to win 2 US amateurs in a row. Yeah. She was going to win 2 US amateurs in a row and missed that. So women's golf, in a roundabout way. Sorry, folks, for taking so long to get there, but my God, the girls are flying.
It's in a good space.
The girls are absolutely flying, and like I said before, I think it's because of what we see in summer with them playing with the boys, playing their own tournaments, getting that experience.
Well, I can't wait.
It's been brilliant.
I can't wait for the Aussie women's swing down here in March, I think it is, next year, when they're going to have the Australian Open.
Yeah. Well, that release came out yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, the Women's PGA Championship, which is going to be following the Australian Open, I think. And I don't think they clash with LPGA events. I don't know how that's going to work.
No, that's right.
But hopefully, and I mean, Grace almost won the Women's PGA Championship a few years back. Did she finish runner-up to? It might have been Sue O, I think.
Yeah.
And hopefully she can get back and play these. And I mean, imagine what that's going to do for the next generation as well, because it has this knock-on effect, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, well done to Grace. Well done everybody else. Steve Allen.
Stevie Allen. Your cousin.
Cousin Steve. He's won for the second time. Oh, this is just such a good thing. I mean, this is developing in, not quite a Steve Elker.
He went wire to wire as well.
Yep.
Got 63 first round and led the whole way.
Not quite Steve Elker, but Steve Allen was a journeyman. He was the journeyman's journeyman.
Yeah, he was.
If you got all the journeymans in the world and put them onto a tour, Steve Allen would be the journeyman of that tour.
Maybe.
That's where Steve Allen is.
You're probably
for him to turn 50 and start making some big checks. I'm so happy for him.
Do you know the other scary thing? He's won twice this year. I think once in March with his oldest son.
Yes.
This one he won with his youngest son.
Oh, I was wondering. I was thinking. I was hoping
a different son. How good's that?
He's won with both sons.
Yeah. But apparently, I think the younger one said, "Well, Dad knows he can't get upset on the golf course with me, so it kept him calm all week apparently, and that really helped him out." So
anyway,
Steve,
well done. Unfortunately, brilliant. Steve, you won the wrong week. Otherwise, we would have been talking about you an awful lot.
I tell you what, Dan and Mark and Dan. Did you hear about this guy's round the other day, by the way, as well? Because we almost had another Allen winning a competition.
Wow.
Mark Allen. So what was it, 10 birdies in a stroke round at Kingston Heath the other day?
Yeah.
Did you win the comp or not?
No, I didn't win the comp.
No, never mind.
Can I tell you,
I saw the scorecard and I saw you birdied the first 4 holes. I thought we were talking about the zone last week, right?
Yeah.
I thought he's in the zone.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking about it. Because I've been I promise you, I've been playing so bad for so long. You know, no, when I say so bad, there's been just no magic for so long. There's been nothing.
No spark.
I actually called the bloke I play with. Every time I play with him, I seem to play well. So I called Marty Hirons out at Kingston Heath. I said, mate, can you play? I need to play with you. And he said, I can't book this week. You have to play next week. I said, all right, beauty. So the week before in the stroke, to tell you how I was going, I shot 80.
Oh,
right. I had my brand new clubs. They felt amazing, but I shot 80. You know, that happens. It was a rotten day. This week, I get out there, I got the new clubs. I was excited because it was a nicer day. And I warmed up, I did everything right. I've started the day birdie 1, birdie 2, birdied the 3rd, birdied the 4th. Right? So now all of a sudden,
we got the card up now.
So out of nowhere,
you start thinking about it.
I'm nervous. Right? All of a sudden, I'm nervous on the 5th tee.
Oh, God.
So I get on the 5th tee, it's a par 3.
Yeah.
I hit the ball so fat that I didn't even make the fairway.
Oh,
I was short of the fairway in this
must
bunker.
hit it 100 yards.
I had 100 yards. I had an 80-yard bunker shot. So I only hit it 100 yards.
That was a good bogey then.
I ended up almost 3-putted. I ended up anyway, and then I bogeyed the next. Now I'm back in my comfort zone.
Okay, I'm feeling good again.
2 under after 6. Who cares? It's no big deal. So I birdie 7, par 8 was my first par of the day, the 8th hole. Then I birdie 9. I look at my scorecard. I've had 6 birdies. Then I birdie 10. And then I look at it and I go,
uh-oh.
Hang on a second. I've had 7 birdies in the first 10 holes, right? Then I get on 11. You can see the big red double bogey. So that's my second choke.
Yeah.
It's completely choked. And then the next hole is a par 5. I've ended up having to get up and down from 40 yards off the front of the green because I hit another really fat one, right? So I'm completely choking again. So you're
starting to feel comfortable again because you're back in the zone.
Yeah, well, I'm choking. I don't care anymore.
Okay.
And I birdied 13, birdied 14, and birdied 15.
Yeah.
And the 15th hole, it's a famous par 3, and I didn't want to go in the big bunker, so I just took a club that would get me past the bunker. So I'm way up the back. I've got a 50-footer, and I've just breathed on it, and it went straight in the hole.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we had a look, and I birdied 10 of the first 15 holes.
Well, that's the problem. You kept looking at your scorecard.
That's right. So then I choke in. I 3-putt 16, and then I 3-putt 17 from 12 feet.
Oh, no.
And then I almost 3-putted 18 as well. So
it's a good round of golf anyway.
it was great fun. And can I just say this? The new T Series, look at that sign behind me, folks. My goodness, can I thank Simon Davey, the fitter here at Titleist. He's done the greatest job. Got me into S300s, but the new heads, the new clubs, everything you hear about them, no wonder every Titleist player put them straight in the bag. They were beautiful.
Very good.
Thanks for bringing it up.
No,
I haven't choked. I haven't choked 3 times in a round ever in my life.
Well, it's funny. A buddy of mine, Simon Ritchie, who plays at Kingston Heath, you know Simon.
Yeah.
He sent me a text and it showed your scorecard. I think through 15 holes,
right.
And I've gone, oh, here we go. And he's had a double and a bogey, or a couple of bogeys, but then you had a couple more after it. So
you guys you're talking about good performances. Mark, your performance was fantastic, and you're talking about Gabby Ruffles when she was 15 years old.
Yeah.
What about young Jasper, who was on the pod or maybe a couple of weeks ago?
That's right.
You see what he did?
He won by about 100 shots, didn't he?
Dale from Jack Newton Junior Foundation sent me a text about him. And I think after round 1, he only had a 9 or a 10-shot lead.
So
The trophy's bigger than him.
I know. And have a look at him. But he won by about 32 shots, I believe.
And this was the under 10s?
Under 10s, yeah.
That's a hell of a win.
Incredible.
That's a hell of a win.
Can you go back to the picture, please, of Jasper?
Good.
Now, to what would have been great if he wore the beanie that we gave him.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to see the Titleist hat on.
Yeah.
Well done.
How good are the trophies they're giving him, by the way? Though?
Yeah,
Look
that's
at that
mate, whenever I won something in juniors, it was a
trinket.
tiny little medal. That was it. Look at that thing. That looks like, that could be the US Open trophy.
Well, it might be one day.
Very impressive.
All right, let's take a break, guys. We got through so much. So what have we got coming up? We got top 5s, we got master classes, we got Ping Global results.
We need to talk about the LIV rankings as well.
Can we do that straight away after the turn? Yeah, let's do that.
Rankings.
Yeah.
Before we go to the turn, a reminder about our Betr multi.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is very, very cool. So what do we got here? Scheffler to miss top 10, Lowry to beat Rory, and Tommy Fleetwood to beat Bryson head-to-head.
That's right.
$14.
Yep. So the golf normally comes on at 6 p.m. on a Thursday night if you're in Eastern Australia. So you'll have until then to get that bet on.
Oh, yeah.
But make sure you do. We've got a prize too running, haven't we?
Oh, we do have a prize. So one Wolfpacker at random who sends us in their betting slip. So whack like $10 or 15 or 5 or whatever you want to do. And if you whack it in, send us in the bet slip or a copy of it or a picture of it or something like that. One person will win a $250 voucher to the Golf Clearance Outlet. If you have a Betr account, get on board. If you don't have one, it takes like a minute to set it up. And remember to gamble responsibly.
Nicholas, I want to ask you straight after the turn about whether LIV should get World Rankings points.
All right.
Oh my word.
Titleist GT, a new class of drivers.
If you're planning a Gold Coast holiday, we've got an idea for you. Just 23 minutes from Surfers Paradise, you'll find one of Australia's most stunning golf experiences. Links Golf and Wellbeing at Hope Island is a premium 18-hole course designed to challenge and entertain whatever your skill level. We can't guarantee that you'll hit the ball like Scotty Scheffler, but with lush fairways, pristine greens and a link-style layout, you'll have a great time trying. And with a friendly modern clubhouse, including a restaurant and bar, Links Golf and Wellbeing at Hope Island makes you feel just as welcome off the course as you are on. And of course, there's a well-equipped pro shop, putting greens and driving range. So whether you come for the golf, the food or the company, next time you visit the Gold Coast, we'd love you to drop into Links Golf and Wellbeing Hope Island. Visit us at linkshopeisland.com.au.
We're live from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. We all know the number one ball in golf is Titleist and the number one shoe and glove in golf is FootJoy. We're here thanks to the Golf Clearance Outlet. They beat everyone's prices. Ping will always help you play your best. Turn your bogeys into birdies with the Watch My Numbers app, and Betr, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. That's Betr. Now, back to Talk Birdie-Tome. Here's Nick and Mark.
Okay, Nicholas, I'm looking forward to your top 5 greatest finishes in major championship history. That's coming up very soon.
Well, Grace can be high up, you think, Mark?
Good chance.
Well, she's got to be.
Yeah.
I think there's one that would be if I was doing the top 5, but it's not my top 5 this week. It's Nick's top 5.
Yeah, or top 6.
Can we talk about the Can we talk about the World Golf Rankings media release this week? What we saw there. Could you read that out for us? If you could?
Yeah. Okay. So this is from Trevor Immelman, the chairman, obviously, of the official World Golf Rankings.
So let me get this straight. The number one golf analyst for the PGA Tour is the chairman of the World Golf Rankings who are saying this.
It seems very weird to me too.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very weird.
That is weird, yeah.
It's weird.
Conflict comes to mind.
Possibly.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, weird and conflict, yes.
Here is what it says. The official World Golf Ranking received an application from LIV Golf seeking inclusion in the official World Golf Ranking system on June 30, 2025, and a review process has commenced. The board is committed to a thorough evaluation process of all applications, and LIV's application will be reviewed in accordance with the criteria to ensure fairness, integrity, and consistency. We appreciate the interest of LIV Golf and all tours in contributing to the global landscape of men's professional golf through the official World Golf Rankings. Further updates will be provided as this review progresses.
Rightio.
Yep.
So clearly a conflict.
With Trevor? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I'd have to look up who's on the board of the. I think they've got RNA, they've got PGA Tour, they've probably got DP World Tour people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So from the outside looking in, it's conflict. Trevor Immelman might be the most fair-minded person in the history of the world and do what's right. I think I think they will get points. What will interest me is the level of points. Yeah. So, for instance, if you win a regular tour event, let's say it's 1,000. I don't know what it is at the moment. The majors are obviously 2,000. If you win a major, if you win a Players' Championship, it might be 1,800. Like these are just basics at the moment. But if it's 1,000 points to win a run-of-the-mill PGA Tour event. So not an elevated.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the European Tour or the DP World Tour.
Yep.
If the PGA Tour is 1,000, then maybe it goes to 750.
Yep.
To win an Australasian event, one of our biggies,
or an Asian Tour or Australasian, I think
maybe four or 500.
Yep.
400 or 500. So this isn't accurate, folks. This is just a gauge. Okay. So if that is the case with all those events, what do you give?
Where do you give? What do you give? Look,
So if you win Live Dallas, how many points do you get? Well, who won this week? Gooch.
It's
Taylor
Gooch won from John Rahm, and Rahm's probably ranked, what is he, 60 or 70 in the world at the moment, which is not right. He should be top 10. But there's always two ways to look at this, I think. Number one, the guys that went knew what they were getting into.
That's
so
right.
you can't sort of kick and scream about not getting world ranking points because
I agree with you.
There's that side of it. However, should they be getting some? I think they probably should
Yes,
by
they
now.
should. I think
mean,
they should.
over time,
Yes.
you've got to work. Okay, let's figure out what are the sticking points.
Yeah.
Number one is limited field. Okay, but then the PGA Tour has limited field.
That's
Number
right.
two is low cut, no cut. Well,
Yeah.
the PGA Tour does have from no cut events.
That's right. But
so
I'm
there's
talking
a couple there.
I'm talking about regular tour events where 140 players
I
turn
totally
up.
get it.
And the European Tour
Yeah.
where 140 players
The
turn
biggest
up.
sticking point for me, though, I think, is the team aspect because players can come down that last 9 holes. They may play differently because there's a team event involved.
Yes.
The other thing is there is no consequence to the tour as far as, sorry, when I say there is no consequence, there's little consequence because they only drop out 2 or 3 players maybe from the
At
relegation
most.
zone.
At most.
If they dropped out 10 to 15 players from the 54,
It's a different ballgame.
then it gets interesting. And
Yeah.
then the captains, like last year, I think it was Bubba Watson and another captain who were in that relegation zone.
And
they
they're
couldn't
exempt.
get dropped
Yeah, they're exempt.
for business reasons, apparently.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
I mean, so there's that element too. So, should they get world ranking points? Yes, I think they should. But a much scaled out version, I think, would be appropriate. So,
Yeah,
I would
that's
say
right.
somewhere around 200 points
That's
or
right.
something like that.
So someone like Neiman, for instance, if he got, how many wins did he had this year? 4 or 5?
He's had a few, yeah.
Okay, so he had 4 or 5 wins. I would put a win on par with an Australian PGA or an Australian Open. That's how I would do it. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. And I'm basing that on the same things you are, that really there's 50 players in a regular one, where again, the PGA Tour, there's 140 to 150 players in a normal PGA Tour event.
Yeah. And the other thing on LIV is there are a few players who you just know aren't going to
that's
do
right.
anything. I mean, Anthony Kim is
Yeah. Well, so how many
he's
players?
just making up the numbers.
Well, that's actually a really good point. So how
I'd
many
say-
players are there actually?
I'd say you could probably go for almost half a dozen to 10 of the players are guys that are they may strike
agree.
lightning in a bottle once
Yep.
a year,
Yep.
but other than that, then they're not going to contend.
That's right. So I think there's 35 or 40 players. That's what I think. So unfortunately, that's why I think they, on our scale, if the PGA Tour you get 1,000 for a win, I think you only get 4 or 500 for a win on LIV.
Well, John Rahm alluded to it a little while ago in an interview about his top 10 run on LIV. And then, he's saying, well, hang on, a top 10 on LIV doesn't, if I equated those to the PGA Tour, it'd be more like a top 30 or something like that. So
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really interested to know what our Wolfpack thinks.
Yeah.
So if, again, get in touch with our socials, let us know, or go to talkbirdietome.com.au and leave a voice message. If a regular tour event, you get 1,000 points, and a regular European event, you get about 800 points. This is our scale. How many points should a win get you on the LIV Tour?
Devil's advocate question.
Yes.
These blokes who went to play for LIV, and I'm not saying they should or shouldn't have gone, but they went for a significant amount of money, a lot of money. And there were players on the PGA who said no. Said, no, I won't do that. I want to stay and I won't take that money. If they start getting World Golf Rankings points, surely there's going to be some kind of blowback from these players who said no to the cash for the reasons they did. And now all of a sudden these LIV guys are getting some points, even if it's a reduced amount of points.
Yeah.
if it's a reduced amount, I don't think it'll be that big an issue. If it's more than they think they should be getting, well, then it will become a bit of a problem, I would say.
Right. Yeah. So if, for instance, if they were getting as much as a European Tour win, I think the PGA Tour players would go ballistic. If it's half, I think there would be some.
I would think under half.
There would be some that would still hate that.
Yeah.
Lucas Glover.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have them having 100 points for a win, the way he's talking at the moment. Anyway.
Right, so jump on the socials and let us know.
Good work. Okay, time for this week's Top 5.
Top five.
The Talk Birdie to Me Top 5, thanks to Southern Golf Club.
Top five.
Tough one this week, Nick. This is a tough one. You had to do some research, I bet.
I did, actually.
Yeah.
It's top 5 finishes in a major to win a major, basically.
Best ever.
So the best ever finishes by players. Now, it was a tough one. My number 5 is a guy who won the Masters and stole it from a couple of Aussies, Jason Day and Adam Scott.
That's right.
Back in, I think it was, when was it? 2011. Charles Schwartzel birdied the final 4 holes. I mean, that's a finish. No one had ever birdied the final 4 holes at Augusta to win the Masters before, and he did it.
That's right. I think
incredible.
Now, I won't say it because it might give away your number 1.
Okay.
I'll talk about it when you get there.
Okay, fair call. Oh, so you're just stopping that comment?
I'm stopping.
Totally.
I'll bring it up when you get to number 1.
Very unusual for Mark to pull himself up like that.
Very much so.
I'm actually thinking this week.
We're going back to number 4 is the Jewel in the Sun, 1977 Open Championship. At Turnberry between the great Jack Nicklaus, the Golden Bear, and Tom Watson. Now, this was a duel. It really was, because the guy who finished in 3rd, I think it was Hubert Green, was 10 shots back of 2nd. I mean, that's it. But the scores I was looking up the scores earlier, and they both shot 68, 70, 65 first 3 days.
68. They both shot the same scores.
Same scores. Yeah. First 3 days. So Daylight's coming, 3rd, obviously. But it's just between these two guys. And then on the final day, Nicklaus, I didn't realise this, Nicklaus had a 2-shot lead with 6 holes to go.
That's right.
And he's one of the best closers in the game.
That's right.
Watson birdies 13, 15. And then birdie 17, while Nicklaus misses a 4-foot putt.
That's
for birdie.
right. I bet if you ask him about it, he'd say, "No, I've never missed a 4-footer in my life."
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's right.
So now Watson's got the 1-shot lead, and of course we know what happened on 18, where Jack holes about a 40-foot bomb to make Watson hole a 3-footer for the win
after hitting it in 2-footer rough, and then bulldozing it out to 60 feet. It was a big curler as well, and he holed it.
So Watson's gone. Sorry, so Nicklaus has gone 65, 66 on the weekend and did not win because Watson shot back-to-back 65. So anyway,
and if you've ever seen the official open video for that 77 Open, the course was just burnt out. It was so dry and so bouncy. It was a great one.
It was. And then my number 3 is our own great Kari Webb, 2006 at the Kraft Nabisco Championship, where she holed a wedge on the final hole to get into a playoff with Lorena Ochoa, who she went then on to defeat. I always remember her jumping into a caddy's arms, I think, didn't she, on the 18th fairway? So one of the great shots, but that was her 7th major too. I'm
trying to think of players who have holed a shot on the last. There was a Robert Garmes holed a shot on the last to beat Greg Norman.
That was at Bay Hill.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And I reckon Asao Aoki did it in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But they weren't majors. No. Kari Webb did it in a major.
Yeah. She also won another tournament, which would have been a major, but the Evian, but she won it before it was a major.
I've got one other. I forgot. It wasn't on the 72nd hole. No. It was in a playoff. And he's an Australian.
Oh, Craig Parry.
Craig Parry held the 6 iron as well.
It wasn't a major though. So
it wasn't a major.
Unfortunately.
Oh, there's one more. What about
it
involved Cameron Percy in a playoff.
Oh, yes.
Jonathan
I was going to save that for a different one.
Jonathan Bird holding 1.
Well, that was a walk-off. That was a walk-off holding 1 in a playoff. That was in Las Vegas, yeah.
Poor old Cameron Percy got the rough end of the stick.
Yeah, it was. What was that, number 3 for Kari? Number 2, Grace Kim. Yeah. What a finish that was. Just absolutely amazing. 4 under her last 4, then to go birdie eagle in the playoff to win.
Outrageous.
Just crazy.
3 eagles on the final day to win a major.
That's me. There. Learn next time, yeah?
And number 1, the greatest, I think, finish of all time by, man, I mentioned earlier, the legend Jack Nicklaus. 1986, it broke every Australian's heart to see Greg Norman, unfortunately. He birdied 15, 16, 17 as well, didn't he, Norman?
I think he birdied 14, 15, 16, 17. So he had a chance to birdie 18.
5 in a row.
To birdie the last 5 at Augusta, which would have the last 5 to beat his hero and the greatest player who ever lived at that stage.
Yep.
That would have been the biggest thing in the history of golf if he birdied the last 5. But
unfortunately, he had that 4-iron and made bogey.
He got the Mark Allen.
But Jack Nicklaus, 7 under the last 10, which included a bogey.
A bogey?
Yes. You were 7 under through 10 and you'd had 2 bogeys.
No, but anyway. To do it at Augusta at age 46 with that stupid big putter that he had.
It was ridiculous.
to play that golf, 30 on the back nine,
Incredible.
and like you said,
Greatest
7 on
finish
the
ever.
back 10. That's ridiculous to win Augusta, to win a green jacket.
All right, bit of feedback, guys.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You got that music right.
You
got something right.
Okay. As you would expect, most of the feedback this week is on Grace Kim.
Great.
Lots and lots and lots, which is lovely to see because it was amazing. Brad Dixon has said, "G'day guys, I watched the Evian event, the last day. I think you have 2 new contenders for the list of top 5 greatest shots ever to win your first major. Grace's second shot on the 72nd and her chip on the first playoff hole, which we've always talked about, of course. Talk about situational."
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Could
Yes.
sneak into your top 5.
Well, I think it has to.
Which one?
Well, I think it has to sneak in to win your first major. Greatest shots to win your first major.
Yeah, okay, sure.
We've done that many top 5s. I've lost track of them, but I'm sure that's one of them.
We keep repeating them. I don't
No, that's true. Yeah, we do. Fudpacker, greenkeeping rooster, has said,
Fudpacker greenkeeping rooster.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Yeah, that's
Love
his
it. Yeah, that's
Twitter
great.
handle.
That's great.
Yeah. Here's a question. With Minjee and Grace winning back-to-back majors, are the Aussie girls now outperforming the Aussie men?
Yeah,
Definitely.
comfortably.
Oh, easy.
Who are the Aussie men?
Yeah, no contest.
Yeah. Well done, girls.
Yeah.
This is what I was saying earlier. Our girls have just had this amazing run and amazing graduation from our summer tour, being on TV, getting that opportunity, feeling the pressure of playing with men and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Golf Australia. I can't say it enough. And and the PGA of Australia. Congratulations. It's huge.
Lee has said, what incredible composure, what incredible skill. She is sensational. And Icky has said, what a star she is.
Yeah.
Which is very fair.
And I forgot as well. And Karen Lunn. Congratulations, Karen. I mean, you're the godmother of
mentioned her
Australian
earlier.
women's
Yeah,
golf. Honestly, you're a star, Karen, and you must be so happy.
Yeah. Chris has said, congratulations to Grace. That is one of the greatest finishes that I've ever seen. Asher, however, has an interesting comment. Asher, wrong comment here. Lucas has an interesting comment. Awesome for Grace, but embarrassing that the broadcast was 4 minutes behind what actually happened. How come they can't get that together? That doesn't serve the women's game well enough. I didn't realise that.
Really? 4 minutes
It
behind?
was 4 minutes behind, apparently. And Lucas wasn't the only person who said that, so it clearly did happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, it happens a bit in broadcast, doesn't it? They tape shots and they try and tell the story as best they can.
4 minutes is a lot, though.
4 minutes is a hell of a long
Yeah,
time.
gosh.
Normally it's 30
I didn't-
seconds here and a minute there, maybe tops. 4 minutes is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
Positive one here from Asher, who said, "G'day, Nick and Mark. I watched the last round of the Evian for the first time. I was blown away by the accuracy shown by these ladies. They seem to never miss a fairway, nearly, and their short game was amazing. To me, it further proved that your local male scratch golfer has no hope against the likes of Minjee Lee, for example, and awesome for Grace Kim to win her first major. Cheers, guys. Keep it up."
I was just thinking that as you read that out. I think, I wonder how those scratch markers would go.
Oh, yeah.
Not too many of them had 26 putts
No.
in under the gun.
I was looking at
In the
Grace's
gun on the
stats
major.
earlier. She hit 42 out of 52 fairways.
she really?
That's like 80%. And those fairways were not that easy to hit because
No.
there's a bit of slope around there too.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see the drives on the 18th hole time after time.
You just
I mean,
had to pipe it up the left.
down the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had some clarity on who the Liver King is.
Oh, who is the living?
The Liver King. Okay. No,
Yeah, I'd like to know.
So Andrew has said, read The Liver King. There's a doco on Netflix about him. He is some weird fitness dude who eats raw meat.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. I saw a clip for something about that. Yeah. Okay.
So how did he get inserted into our show?
I don't know.
Well, I think he must be from Texas. And maybe he went to Texas Tech. And XE has said, the Liver King recently got arrested. Apparently, he threatened Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay.
Please. So I don't know.
gosh.
And he used to eat liver. So there you go, raw liver.
Well, the less said about this character, the better. I think.
Oh, mate, he sounds
Maybe.
awful. Sounds awful. Now, you guys talked last week about UK crowds and how amazing they are. Ed had a comment. I was at Royal Troon last year. I sat at the 8th tee for a few hours. The reaction of the crowd to every tee shot was amazing, particularly a shot that landed on the green, however, then rolled off the green. A very knowledgeable crowd.
That's the postage stamp at Royal Troon. Yeah, the little small one. That's
Yep. No, I've seen. I've noticed on TV that sometimes when a pin is really tucked and someone hits it at 20 feet, that gets as big a roar
Mm-hmm.
as somebody who has hit it to 2 feet on, when the pin's in the middle of the green.
Sure. Yeah.
So they know where the targets are, basically.
Busted Bunny has said, boys, LIV Valderrama looks like an interesting, tough course with those driving lines narrowed by the oak trees. Nick, did you ever play there when you were playing in Europe?
Many times, yeah. I played. They used to the season-ending events, like the Tour Championship. We used to play there, and I remember the course being where you'd hit the fairway sometimes, and you'd be blocked out. Wouldn't have a shot because the overhanging. I think they were cork trees actually around that area.
Colonial used to be a bit like that.
Yeah, a little bit. It was a very tricky golf course. The wind swirled. 17 was a fun one. The par 5, we had the shaved front. It was like an island green for your second shot.
I was going to ask you about 17.
Miguel, I think, hold a shot there for a albatross one year.
It always looked like a scary shot.
It was.
You almost didn't want to hit a drive where you could reach it.
You had to make a decision. I'll lay it up. Perfect. Okay.
Perfect.
You never wanted to be in between there.
No way. You don't want to 3-odd into that thing.
No, exactly. So, but I always enjoyed Valderrama. But it's a very hilly Spanish course, very, very unique.
So last week you played a video of Amelia Garvey's swing, and that had to get into the top 5.
Well, she's the 17th player into our top 5 best swings on the women's game.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Kiwi Mick wrote in. He said Amelia's been swinging it that good for years because obviously Amelia's a Kiwi, so Kiwi Mick would know her well, but she struggles with the putter. That's finally coming around. By the way, they played on the Marco Mira course last week, not the Montgomery for the Ladies Irish Open. So we might have.
Oh, okay. I got the wrong course.
We might have got the wrong course there.
There you
Well, thanks, Irish Mick.
Yeah,
he knows his stuff. Kiwi Mick knows his stuff.
He does.
Now, Kiwi Mick's also had a bit of a whack for a member of the podcast.
Well, I'm not sure he knows everything.
I think I might have read this somewhere.
Wow.
Is this to do with the Ping Global results
Buckle
last
up, Nico. Hey. Kiwi Mick has said, Nick, you neglected to mention the Legends Tour in the Ping Globals last week. You should mention Mark Brown, who just won.
I was about to.
In his first tournament, using his one-time exemption for winning on the DP Tour, and he's now a teaching pro. He went over for a bit of summer fun, and he won.
I know.
Amazing.
He won the Swiss Senior Open. I was about to mention that in the Legend. He stole my thunder, Kiwi Mick. Well done.
Well done, Mark Brown.
Well,
no,
Mick,
I was going to mention him. So
I remember Mark.
Thanks for the reminder.
He was a nice guy, Mark.
He was a lovely guy.
Couple of last ones we'll finish on here. Mark, this is on your performance from the weekend. A couple of people saw on socials and saw those. Chris has said, Mark, did you hit everything to a foot or did you just putt the lights out?
Mix of everything.
Yeah.
A couple of 40-footers.
Any bunker shots?
No. I only had that one bunker shot where I hit it so fat I had 80 yards to the green. That was the only bunker shot I had. But it was one of those days where all my wedges were just going to 6 foot. And I just kept on holing 6-footers.
Yeah. And Peter said, well done, and there's no shame in bogeying 5, 16 and 17.
Well, there is a little bit when you're shitting yourself in a club competition. It was just a joke. I was embarrassed.
Okay, well on
God.
that,
It's good to know you still care.
Yeah, it's true.
on that note,
No, yeah, play this garbage music.
hey, come on.
Sometimes when I'm driving home, I actually put on the real stuff.
Do you?
Yeah.
You get pumped?
Yeah, I do.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see, here's the thing though. You promised a big game here, Mark, and you did not deliver.
Well, Timmy.
You said, I will get a hold of Timmy Trump, and I know some dude called DJ Generic or
That's
something
right.
who's
DJ
mates
was
with
going to
him.
help me. Yeah.
I'll sort it out. And did you sort it out?
No one would speak to us.
Never happened.
You did nothing.
He doesn't like golf, Timmy Trumpet.
Average.
Oh, well, that happens.
Average.
Anyway.
All right, the Ping Globals, because Ping will help you play your best. Nick.
Certainly do. The Evian Championship, as we mentioned, Grace Kim, what a win that was for her over Gino. I really feel for Titical because she played some good golf, but not as – I don't feel as much for her as though for Grace Kim winning, though, because that's fantastic for Australian golf.
Yeah.
So.
I don't care about the other girl. I'm just happy Grace won.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Nick, can I ask a question? Gino.
Yeah.
Is it Titikul or Titikun?
Says it
I think
different
it's-
ways every time I hear commentators.
I've heard different variations, although I think I might have heard Ali Whitaker say Titikun, and I know
Well, she knows.
Ali is very good. So from
They
now
were,
on,
they were saying Titikun on the Evian.
Okay.
Ali's
Yeah.
a stickler.
Ali knows.
She
She's
gives
good.
you an elbow in the ribs if you say something wrong.
Right.
Okay. She's good,
Yeah,
Ali.
she's good.
Anyway, and tied for third was the amateur Lottie Woad, who I'm sure is going to turn pro before the Women's British Open coming up.
You think so?
I would have to think so. She's earned enough points. Remember I said last week
She's got it then.
to get an LPGA card.
on
So
her.
who knows? But she finished tied third with Minjee Lee, who eagled the final hole. That was well done by her. Gabby Ruffles was also another Aussie in the top 10, tied for ninth in the end. It was a rough day for her, but I'm sure she learnt so much from
learning
playing in
curve.
the final group. So well done. On the PGA Tour, we had the Scottish Open at the Renaissance Club where Chris got her up over Rory McIlroy for a 2-shot win, and also Marco Penge, who played some really nice golf, Marco.
Did you see where the Renaissance Club is? It's right next to Muirfield.
It's up in North Berwick somewhere.
Yeah. Well, instead it's the Forth or Firth or something like that.
Okay.
That's in between Muirfield
the
and...
Fourth or Fifth or the Fourth or Firth?
Something like that. Some kind of Forth or Firth or Firth or Fourth.
Okay.
Whatever it is. But it's Edinburgh, when you look at the map, you just turn right and you stay underneath the Forth, the Firth. And that's where it is. It's right next door to Muirfield.
Okay. Oh, very good. I have to pay it a visit one day when I'm up there next.
Yeah, I Google Earthed it. I want to know where North Berwick was. I didn't know. But I've been there because I've been to Muirfield.
I tell you what, this was a stacked leaderboard because the names after those three had got her up, Rory, obviously, Marco Penge, but then we had Rasmus Højgaard, Matt Fitzpatrick, Justin Rose, Straka, Xander, Scheffler, Aberg, Victor, Wyndham. Unbelievable.
Well, it's great since that Scottish Open became a US Tour event.
Correct.
It just helped so many of the better players to come and get ready for the Open.
Indeed. Adam Scott was the best of the Aussies, tied for 17th, and Elvis made the cut, tied for 34th. So well done to him. At the same time, they had another event going on the other side, the PGA Tour, called the ISCO or the ISCO Championships in Louisville, Kentucky, where William Mao shot a final round 61, a 9 under par. For a 1-shot win over Paul Peterson.
Was he a youngster?
I don't know. I know he's a ping player, though. He had the ping cap on, which was good to see.
Something tells me he was a youngster.
Okay.
But go on, keep going.
On the LIV Tour, they were at Valderrama for LIV Andalusia. Andalusia. I don't know how you say that in Spanish.
What are you looking at me for?
Okay.
Where's the gooch been?
Andalusia. I don't know. I wonder if Mal Baker's still on his bag. I didn't actually see it.
I didn't see any of the coverage, but I assume Mel would be there.
Probably on his bag.
He would have stopped spending all his money after all those wins of Taylor Gooch last year. Was it last year, Taylor Gooch, or the year before?
It might have been a couple of years ago. He played really
God, Mel
well.
Baker was making a lot of money.
He was, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Might have been winning the money list.
Good on you, Mel.
Yep. He had a 1-shot win over John Rahm, who fired a final round 65, so good signs for Rahm. Matt Jones was the best of the Aussies, tied for 4th. Also fired a final round 65. Cam Smith tied for 7th, so good signs for Cam there going into the Open because he's missed all 3 cuts in the majors this year, and I know the Open's probably his favourite, so let's hope he does well there. Legion 13 had a 2-shot win over the locals Fireballs, where Smash finished in 3rd position and Team Ripper finished 6th.
What about the team that finishes last every week? How'd they go?
No, they came 10th, the Majestics.
So keep an eye on them. Effort. That's like a win for them.
They've had a win. I don't think they've had a top 9 yet, but they keep having top 10s by finishing 10th.
The top 9.
Anyway, Champions Tour, as we mentioned earlier, they were in New York for the Dix Open, where Steve Allen went wire to wire for a win, a 4-shot win actually over Jason
Good on you, cuz. That's fantastic.
Tied for 5th was Michael Wright. Another solid week for him, along with my buddy Soren Keltsen, who came home in a blaze of glory, shooting a 64. And Greg Chalmers tied for 20th, was the next best Aussie.
Well, good on you, Snake.
Corn Ferry Tour, we had Ping's Neil Shipley, a real character of the game. Once he gets out on the PGA Tour, he's going to be fun to watch. Remember the guy who, I think he won the US Am, or he did play in the Masters.
Yeah, he's got the big long hair.
Yeah, he started the day 7 shots back.
And won.
Shot an 8 under 64 for his 2nd win on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Holy golly.
Very good. On the Epsom Tour, Gina Kim won for the 3rd time this season. 3 wins on the Epsom Tour. Unfortunately, you don't get the Battlefield promotion that they used to get back in the day.
Got to put that in play.
But she had a 6-shot win in Hartford, Connecticut, so well done to her. Best of the Aussies was Suo, tied for 39th. On the Hotel Planet Tour, Danny Lists, an Australian, had finished tied for 6th. Well done to him in the Czech Challenge, which was won by Scotland's David Law. Got a final round 63, thank you very much.
Yes.
And on the Legends Tour, thanks to Kiwi Mick, I won't miss it this week.
Don't miss it.
The Senior Swiss Open, Mark Brown, 2-shot win. Well done to him.
The magnifying glass is on you.
I will try and get him in next time. But you can't cover them all, but I got most of them.
So Kiwi Mick has lined you up. And
good on you.
I reckon he's got a radar on you.
Fair call too.
He'll be watching you.
Now, I found something.
Oh.
I have found something.
Really?
And I watched Grace Kim, and she does what I'm talking about. That is my masterclass. If you've got the heebie-jeebies with the chipping, if you tend to put the leading edge before the ball and get stuck and move the divot further than you move the ball, you want to be listening after the break.
All right.
Okay, this week's masterclass is all about Grace Kim and the way she chips. I love her action. And obviously, the one that she holed on the first playoff hole was ridiculous. Now, when you go to a full tilt swing, 1, hips go early, 2, 3, you hit the ball. And normally speaking, to get that ball compressed, that's the shaft lean you have when you do it. Now, shaft lean's a killer if you're not practicing too much, or if you're a bit of a chopper, basically, if you're not playing too much golf. When you chip, if you're hitting it like this, that leading edge can get the grass before the ball and make you look really, really silly. But when you chip and do what Grace Kim does, it's not a 1, 2, 3. It's very much a 1, 2. Now, once upon a time, Nick, it used to be Ernie L's if your hips were going too quickly. But I think we can change that to...
You have to change it.
We can change it to Grace Kim. And when you do that, when there is no 1, 2, 3 when you chip, then the club won't load. And that's when the bounce comes into play and you'll never hit those fat shots, or very, very rarely, because you will make contact with the shaft basically in the same place as you set up. Does that make sense, Nicholas?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think it does.
One thing I was going to say to you is, so on the way back and the way through, you're sort of going back at the same pace.
Yeah, that's
1,
right.
2. So just keep the rhythm the same back and through, right?
That's exactly right. And exactly what you do, if you keep the backswing length the same sort of feel as the follow-through length, and change that according to how far you're going to chip the ball, then you can Grace Kim all the way to the bank. I think that's a good way of doing it. So, yeah, 1, 2. Grace Kim. I actually gave that to the Kingston Heath club champion. His name's Eugene Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Irish kid. He was chipping not long ago at Kingston Heath. And I could see it from 100 paces what he was doing. I just went over and told him. He started going, well, I thought maybe I better do that as well. So I've been doing the Grace Kim thing as well, because I don't practice my chipping too much anymore.
Very good.
But back in the day, you know, with hands of gold, you could do whatever you want.
You could speed up, you could open it, you could nip it, you could do a variety of things.
You could do whatever
But if you don't
you
practice,
like.
just rhythm is the key.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Hey, we've got a little bit to look forward to this
We do.
week. We're picking a fight with world.
Well, you are.
No, you're going to be sitting. You're my wingman.
I may have a couple of things to say about it. Yeah, about the ranking. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So we'll look out for that when it comes out on Friday.
Back at 15, 13 under then. The clubhouse target, 3 back. Grace Kim, and that is a sublime approach. Grace Kim with her hopes still alive, especially if this one goes in.
Very much so. She had a beautiful shot from 95 yards.
It's an excellent 4.
Grace Kim.
Looking for that fast finish that we've been talking about. That's a good way to start. And into the green, just too much spin.
Grace Kim goes back to back. And she's back in it.
Less stressful, but I still have to listen to instructions. So it's kind of just like listening to a caddy, but there's more people in my ear than I'm used to.
Grace Kim has really put herself in the picture here, hasn't she, the last 2 holes? On this green from Gino Titigan, first for par for Grace Kim.
This is a touchy one.
Oh, what a 2-putt, Jess.
I mean, phenomenal 2-putt. I wouldn't wish that first putt on anyone.
Just tripped into that first cut for Gino. And now Grace Kim might need an eagle.
Dangerously up the left, but going to get a good kick. Fantastic tee shot. We've seen 3 already today here on this 18th.
Grace has 188 yards. Ball below her feet. Wind started to pick up again.
Look at this.
Phenomenal shot.
Oh, this is going to be
get
good,
better.
Jess. Look at this.
Phenomenal.
This could go in. This could go in. We're going to overtime. A 72nd hole eagle for Grace Kim. One of the great shots you'll ever see in a major championship or any event. To tie Gino Titigan.
Her body lines.
And it's going a long way right.
Might need to get lucky.
Oh, no. finds the penalty area. It was quite low on the...
Yes! Incredible! Wizardry! We'll see.
Another good swing.
Quick reach for the tee and 2 beauties.
It's going to stay in the fairway as well.
It's on a fantastic line to the heart of the green.
Settle in there nicely right at hole high.
Wow. And the dream comes true in Evian for Grace Kim.
And that's been Talk Birdie-Tome, Australia's most popular golf podcast, with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen, coming from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. As everyone knows, Titleist is the #1 ball in golf, and FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. Wherever you get your podcasts, make sure to subscribe, maybe leave a review, and we'd love you to share the pod with a friend who loves their golf. Huge thanks to our fantastic partners. Ping, like they do for Nick O'Hearn, will help you play your best. You can see your local golf shop or professional for a Ping club fitting. The Golf Clearance Outlet always beat everyone's prices. Visit golfclearanceoutlet.com.au for your nearest store. Watch My Numbers is the most powerful data-based golf app in the world. You can download from the App Store or Google Play. And Betr, they've got the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Download from the App Stores today. Now that's Betr. Keep in mind, what are you really gambling with? But for now, from our studio at Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, thanks for being a part of the show. We'll see you next time.